Witam Was bardzo serdecznie, z tej strony Zagrajmy. To jest 41 odcinek mojej serii Zagrajmy w Creed Valhalla. W poprzednim odcinku udało mi się zdobyć tę twierdzę i załatwić tego Normana Roada. W dzisiejszym zajmiemy się zaślubinami Oswalda. Teraz musimy się udać tylko do sali biesiadnej. Może do kościoła.
Swiftness, ye
Nie,
heard?
to znaczy kościół.
The wedding is soon to start. How grand!
A beautiful and worthy celebration, my lord.
Thank you. May this feast set a spirited tone for East Anglia's future.
Eivor! I'm so glad you've made it. Just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
I told you I would see you crowned, and now here we are.
Without you, I'd be dead. Another wasted hope for East Anglia.
You look good, Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
I hereby name you man and wife, and as man and wife, I name you Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
You've done it, steward. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams, then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way some time ago. Hard to say when. I don't want to be here. I never did. This was Halfdan's dream. He ordered me to see it through. In my dreams, I'm sailing, remember? Wind in my beard, salt on my lips. I want that life again. Whether or not I find it, only time will tell. Until then, let us feast, drink, and forget our pain!
Dobra, to się zabawmy na uczcie. Co my tutaj mamy?
Care for a challenge?
Mamy wyzwanie jakieś.
Eivor! Wolf-kissed, gaze upon my pots. They stand so strong. Unbreakable at this distance, no?
They are not, Brothier. My arrows shatter whatever target they strike.
Even after draining so much meat, succeed and you shall be rewarded.
Keep your eyes open long enough to witness this, you drunken loud.
She stormed Bor Castle, brought Rued to his knees,
Czyli
and
pijacki
led Oswald
pojedynek.
welcome for trial. I could hardly believe my ears either. It was Oswald's wishes.
12 sekund.
That's it!
Mieliśmy dać radę. Jeszcze 3.
As
Udało
with
się.
everything, an easy task for the wolf-kissed.
Barely a challenge.
Impressive, impressive. Here as promised. Now go enjoy the party.
Tu jesteśmy. 50 srebra. I podpitego Iwora. Dobra, i tu jest jeszcze jedna aktywność. Razem co będzie?
Skål, Eivor! Let's have a drink.
A, wstałem, pijacka bitwa.
Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king?
A metal not unlike your own.
To Odin and his endless glories!
And the new king of East Anglia. May his reign be long and good. Not bad, Wolf-kissed. I wager you couldn't drink more than me if you tried.
A fool's wager.
A challenge nonetheless. What say you?
I will drink you under the table.
Confident, are you? Let us see how you fare against the ale beast of East Anglia. And we'll make it interesting. Put your silver where your mouth is. What say you?
I accept.
Yes, to celebrate.
Dobra,
Skål!
zobaczmy, bo jak jesteśmy dobrzy w piciu. Tylko 3 ragi do wypicia. Powinno pójść w miarę prawnie. Jeśli się oczywiście po drodze nie pomylę. No póki co idzie. Okej.
You're going to start.
Jesteśmy minimalnie na razie szybsi. Tutaj powinniśmy zyskać większą przewagę.
Oi.
Było blisko.
You are sweating.
Dobra, przewaga jeszcze wyrobiona. Już jest. Będzie jeszcze Iwora w równowadze. Ej. Aj. Znowu. Dobra, i tak udało się na szczęście. K tej przewadze wyrobionej.
The ale here, it's strong. But I am stronger.
Aye, stronger than me. You drink as well as Valdis. Now that I would pay to see.
Speaking of payment, where is my silver?
Here, well earned, wolf-kissed.
Dobra. I teraz z dachu musimy
Look there,
ściągnąć.
thinner on the roof.
The road to Valhalla does not run that way.
The boar represents fertility. Did you know that?
As does Freya. What's your point?
You impress me, Eivor. Your battle wisdom, your strength of character, skilled in so many ways. Yet I wonder, is there any skill of mine that I could impress upon you?
Even a fool has something to teach, whether they are aware of the lesson or not.
Hey,
But I could show you how to wield my plow sword.
Have another horn of mead, brother. It's brewed with clover and raspberry, they say.
Did you hear what I... Yes, it's good.
Keep that up.
Wait, did you hear? Did my brother just call me? I think he... You know I should go. Brother!
The road to Valhalla
Mały
doth not
spaczuszek.
run that way, Fimir.
He's been up
Chciał się
there
zabawiać.
These are the moves of Elmenhar.
On jest na dachu. Co on tam robi? Żeby jakieś przemówienie miało być.
Eivor, Eivor! Some sweet wine for a sweet swine? Come join me!
Jak on tutaj wlazł w ogóle?
The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he moves with mystery.
Look, the moon. It moves untroubled now. But one day it will be eaten by a giant wolf and the nights will be black forevermore.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory once again, and it was good.
I'm glad to hear it. Now,
I always felt like Skoll or Hati, chasing and trying to fulfill Halfdan's wishes. But now I've caught my sun and moon. I've got them and I don't know.
you can let them go. Sail to a further shore.
My longship's in Valhalla. Oh, don't you remember? Firestarter.
Come on, let's get you to solid ground.
Everything's spinny.
Ktoś tu się upił, widzę. Ma solidny wiatraczek. Nawet skoczmy po
You're
prostu.
very strong. You're very large. Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one lost glory. I should be happy. I am happy. Thank you.
It need not be the last.
Not the last.
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Jak sobie śpi. Tam u naszych kochańców.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It's been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I'm ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come. Join me. Friends, honored guests, we've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering. But it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future.
Still a bit soft on insults, but the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
Oswald, you would not have been my first choice as king, nor my second. I thought you weak, bendable, without resolve. But not all men are as they first appear. I came to see that Oswald's heart is amongst the largest I've ever known. He is sturdy, he has wisdom, and he has courage. All qualities of a man worthy to be king. He is the king East Anglia deserves, and the king you need. To the good King Oswald!
To Oswald!
Skull!
Skål!
Score! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom. Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
My king, he...
The sheep you left to guard me have been shorn. Oswald, king of sheep fuckers, show your eyes! I challenge you.
I accept.
No square, only sweat and blood.
He may be wounded, but don't let your guard down.
Let's settle this.
I will bury you, Saxon. I'll take all that is yours.
Should a king show mercy to one so malevolent? So cruel? I'll not give you the satisfaction of a good death, for my god forbids such cruelty. Therefore you are outcast. From this moment on.
You have won. My life is yours.
Your life is God's. Now go! Leave my kingdom and never return!
I do not understand this Saxon religion. Oswald is a coin. One side mercy, the other courage. There are few like him, I'll admit. Saxon or Dane.
Such a strange display. Courage and restraint like I've never seen. With all that's happened, with all the chaos Rued wrought, still Oswald found reason to spare him.
It's a strange thing.
A remarkable thing. From what inner spring does such kindness run? I'd like to know. With my duty here fulfilled, I now choose East Anglia. I fight for you, my king.
Rise, old friend. You're embarrassing me.
Be well, Finir. Your choice is a bold one. You continue to surprise Oswald of Ilmenham.
Thank you, Eivor. When we first met, I made an oath. I promised you an alliance.
You did.
You'll have it, so long as I draw breath.
Until next time, King.
Zatem udało nam się zakończyć wątek wschodniej Anglii. W kolejnych odcinkach oczywiście badamy wszystkie możliwe tutaj terytoria, w sumie te wszystkie poboczności aktywności. Idziemy sobie może odtąd, od Grand Bridge. Ruszymy na wschód i aż do góry. Weźmy jakieś nowe rzeczy.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
Zobaczmy, czy jeszcze mają coś do powiedzenia. Tak, nie uda mi się właśnie do Randri.
A dream come true, like none other. Thank you for everything. From the bottom of my heart.
Valdis,
Will you not stay a moment longer, Eivor?
I should not linger. My bannerfolk await my return.
I understand.
Take care, Valdis. You fought well, and won yourself a worthy king.
I did, didn't I? Take care, Eivor.
Dobra. Jeszcze Finir.
It's good that Oswald married a Dane. I'm tired of fighting.
What a celebration!
Dobra, masz tylko tyle do powiedzenia.
Brodir, look after Oswald, will you?
Aye, he is family now, and I could not be more proud of him. We have you to thank for that.
Take care.
Gdzieś tu jeszcze powinien być jego brat. Aktualnie go nie widzę. Że będzie w środku. Jak najbardziej.
Brodir, Oswald is in your hands now. Protect your king, and call out to my banner should the need arise.
Aye, Eivor, without a moment's hesitation. Travel safe.
I will, friend.
Dobra, to teraz możemy do Randvi wrócić. Zobaczyć, gdzie musieliśmy jechać następnie po sojusz. Więc zanim się udamy do Randvi, zobaczymy jeszcze mój pokój. Być może w skrzynce jest.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
Przyda tutaj bitewka. Groźby.
I knew
O, mamy nowy list. List od Samy.
Randvi, I demand that this matter be settled here and now.
Have patience, Rowan. There is a time and a place for such disputes.
Sprawdzę ten list, już kiedyś czytałem. I co mamy? Mogę sprawdzić stan.
Holger, surely you can apologize to Rowan. It cannot be so difficult.
Apologize for what? Putting that horse to better use than Rowan has ever done? All she does is stand in the shade collecting flies.
You imbecile! She's collecting flies because she has no tail to shoo them away.
Dobra, zobaczmy, o co się tam kłócą.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Ha! Rob this appointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often, when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovy's inks. All were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
Myślałem, że coś jeszcze powiedzą. Dla mnie było oczywistym wyborem Rowna. Tak to tyle zachciankę wciąć komuś ogon, to trochę nie fair zachowanie. Zawsze bez pozwolenia właściciela.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
Mamy z kolejną frakcją zawarty sojusz.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Dobra. Pogadam z nią za chwilę.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Teraz mamy Oxen. Chyba Oxen weźmiemy. Albo Luden. Weźmiemy Oxen.
What of Oxenfordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious thane called Giedrich and hopes to install Giedrich as elderman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
Dobra, jeszcze tam widziałem, że ma jakieś zadanie dla mnie.
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandbridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
Dobra, to się później z nim tam wybierzemy.
I should go.
Miał to na uwadze. Gdzieś się jeszcze miałem udać. Teraz sobie muszę przypomnieć. A właśnie, mieliśmy z nim pogadać. W tą stronę. Zrobimy te aktywności poboczne w wschodniej Anglii, to się wybierzemy z Randvi do Grandbridge. Ona chyba była gdzieś tu. Tobi. Trochę dalej.
Sunan, guide me.
To chyba ślepy jednak jestem. A zaraz. To przede mną. A dobra, tutaj jest. Za tym domem była.
You are the only...
Toby.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Toby, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty, not like in our stories. When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they are ready. Sven wasn't ready, and I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work, as if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me. Or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Tovi. And know you are valued.
Dobra. Właśnie, wracając do umiejętności. Zrobiłem sobie reset umiejętności. Zabrałem wszystkie potrzebne umiejętności, jakie są mi potrzebne. Czyli odbicie pocisku i granie ze śmiercią. Tam zapasy ze śmiercią. To przy okazji są, wziąłem. Tam automatyczne łupienie oraz seria zabójstw. Zaawansowana likwidacja też jest przydatna. No teraz mogę się w pełni skupić na drodze niedźwiedzia. Bez potrzeby myślenia, że czegoś mi jeszcze brakuje. Teraz tu i weźmy sobie diabelską adrenalinę. W tym odcinku było na tyle. Ja wam serdecznie dziękuję za obejrzenie. Jeśli ci się spodobało, zostawcie go w górę oraz komentarz. Do zobaczenia w kolejnych materiałach. Cześć!